Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because everything in the economy at this point is completely unavoidable. And where this is headed is only in one direction. And there's so much to cover right now. And you can look at the news, you can avoid the news, you can do whatever you want. But you got to be real with all this stuff. And before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with everybody. I'm in Newport Beach, right on the bay. It's kind of nice. They've got these public docks that you can walk out on, and it's really peaceful. Nice morning out here. So much to talk about. First things first, Charlie Scharf. Dan, who's Charlie Scharf? Well, Charlie Scharf is the CEO of Wells Fargo Bank. And he said, what we're about to experience is some sort of recession, and it's completely unavoidable. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's a soft way of putting how bad things are. You can act like this is no big deal, and you can act like this stuff is not going to happen. But again, Wells Fargo could be one of the big banks that goes out of business during this time. But some type of recession, guys, this is going to be depressionary times. You have to prepare yourself for this, and you have to understand that with everything, just what the news of today that I'm going to cover on this video should be enough for you to sit there and go, wow, this is really, I think that Dan guy's kind of nuts, but this is kind of crazy. Maybe I should listen to some of this stuff. Guys, listen to this. They're concerned about lending, they're concerned about mortgages, they're concerned about liquidity issues within their own bank, okay? Do they have enough money to pay everybody? You think about this. You put money in the bank and you think, oh, it's my money. I can go back and get it anytime I want. They're using that money. And Wells Fargo, because of all their nefarious things that they've done and all the fines they've paid, and I could bore you with all that stuff in the past, but they have just been, they've been fined, hundreds of millions of dollars in the last 5 years. It's unbelievable. You're seeing entire industries get wiped out right now. You're seeing retail get completely destroyed. Think about this. Kohl's, the department store. Kohl's was a darling 3 weeks ago. Everybody wanted to buy. People were talking about how, they're a takeover candidate and what great shape they were in. And now, that's not the case, guys. Now they're talking about same-store sales dropping off. They're talking about they may have a problem in the coming future with, keeping all the stores open. There's that. Ross, okay? Ross stores, sorry guys, this is the plane that's up ahead. Ross stores are going to get clobbered today because they announced, think about this, oh, we're making a little more money than we thought, but we're going to have issues with stores and same-store sales to where the stock is opening now $22 less a share than it did yesterday, opening at that right now, okay? Crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. TJ Maxx, okay? The retailer. Say hi to Ronald Reagan when you come to the island. Just have to. So, TJ Maxx, they had a little bit of a bump because they're saying, hey, their same-store sales are good. Now, these discount places that have the closeouts and things like that, Marshalls and places like that, they're taking a hit because people don't have the money that they had 2 years ago. So you're seeing people spend less money at places like this. So Sears, think about this. Sears is gone. I didn't even know that there were any Sears stores open. Do you know there's still 3 Sears stores that are open? Shocking. I didn't know that. This is kind of cool. Because of the tide and stuff, they brought more sand out here as well. Kind of cool. Help with any sand problems, any tide problems, and with the houses and stuff. I always get a kick out of these houses. Think of this guy. This guy spent millions of dollars on this house and gutting it right now down to nothing to rebuild it. It's just crazy. Congress has just enacted an energy emergency act to declare companies that make over $500 million in sales for any energy product available for overcharging and price gouging people. Now, I don't care if you believe this or not. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. It's irrelevant to this channel. This channel is a small business person. Point is that Congress, this was a joint decision that they made. The problem with this is that President Biden, they want him to invoke the Energy Emergency Act, which would declare an energy emergency. Okay? Great. Do it. Just like the baby formula thing. Is this going to bring prices down immediately? No, it's not. And I'm going to cover this with you guys because this is disastrous. So we're going to have an energy emergency, and we can't have price gouging right now. And these oil companies shouldn't be making money, and we should all go green, and you guys should have a windmill in your front yard. Okay, do it. It's the cleanest, cheapest energy, Dan. It's not working. Didn't work in Germany. Ask any German that's you happen to see that lives there. Ask them how cheap their energy is right now and how fantastic that program's working, because it's not. And they're paying a fortune for this. Multiple people wrote me today to say, Dan, you gotta look at this. There are gas stations on the East Coast that are running out of fuel, that are rationing gas in certain cities. It's not making the news. Stories below, guys. Okay, you can read that. Happening on the West Coast in Washington State. Now, think about this. You're having gas stations in the state of Washington that cannot supply people with enough fuel to operate right now. Kaboom, guys, that's catastrophic. That is absolutely the end of days. Now, here is the worst part. Now, think about this. These people that work at different gas stations, totally unrelated, don't know each other. The only connection is me. I'm the common denominator in this story. Hey, Dan, check this out. Look at this. Gas stations right now are trying to program gas pumps around the country so that they can sell gas above $10 a gallon. Now you can sit there and say, oh, what's the big deal? Think about this. Gas pumps pump gas based on the price per gallon that you pay. Well, you can just sit there and say, well, make it $30 a gallon. What's the matter? No, you have a pump that for each gallon, it can only pump out so much and so fast without destroying the pump itself. So they've got to recalibrate everything so that you can sit there and pay over $10 a gallon for gas. And this is on the East Coast. This is on the West Coast. What's going to happen right now when the average family right now is spending $5,500 on fuel? $5,500 a year extra on gas than they did before. That's insane, guys. Meetings I had yesterday, meetings I had today, talking about how everybody's just so concerned about this. But this gas pump thing, with gas being over $10 a gallon, that's coming. That's absolutely coming. When you see diesel fuel go up as high as it has been, when diesel fuel right now is well over $6 a gallon, it's hitting $7 a gallon, and it's going to get to $10 a gallon. You're going to see diesel trucks that are going to be $2,000 to fill a diesel truck. And you can tell me I'm crazy, but I've had people write me and tell me that they spent $1,600 to fill their big rig with fuel right now. What are they supposed to do? How are groceries not supposed to cost more? Okay? I found a air conditioning company that your service call, whatever your service call is, you have a fuel surcharge for every time we come to the house, $40 that you have to pay immediately. Swipe the credit card, $40 more to have that. Guys, that's crazy. It's so much. It's so expensive. Who pays for that? Where does that money come from? So that's how much extra they're spending on gas just to get to your house to service the air conditioning. The $10 gas, that is freaking me out because the average person is not going to be able to make it. They're just not. They're going to be deciding right now between food and what they're going to feed their kids. And I've had people write me, I've had emails that say, I take my kids out to eat and I feed them and I don't eat. That is tragic, guys. That is horrible right now. Now, somebody wrote me, I didn't get his authorization to use his name, so I'm not going to use his name. But he said, Dan, you tell two stories. You say, we need to prepare, we need to buy this stuff, but we need to get rid of everything. What is that? Well, let me explain it to you in detail right now. In general, these people walking around out here, people on that boat right there, okay? People walking their dog coming at me. Generally, people, most of them, have some money right now. That's not going to be the case forever, guys. Right now, you need to get rid of every expense that is unnecessary right now. You need to get rid of your credit card bills that are unnecessary. You need to sell what you can that's tied to debt. If you want to keep your house, great. If you think your house is going to be go up in value and going to be worth more in the future, good for you, okay? But here's the thing. The toys of the world, you need to get rid of them right now. Do you need the extra motorcycle? Well, Dan, I would rather have the motorcycle, this was this guy's argument, than have my car. Well, great. I have kids. I have, a girlfriend with a dog that we drive around. I have, people and meetings, and, you can't do it on the back of a bike. Hey, meet me on the back of a bike, okay? Some people can do that. I can't, okay? But right now, people will borrow money to go buy those things from you. There's an abundance of loans out there that people can get right now. Still, they can get that. They may have to pay a higher interest rate. They may be foolish to do it, but you can sell that stuff right now. You cannot teach everybody to be fiscally responsible. That is impossible right now. But what you can do is you can get yourself financially set to where if you do not believe that this downturn is going to get worse, you are kidding yourself right now. So, get rid of what you don't need. Sell it right now because there are people that still have money. You're going to see this stuff go on sale to where you won't be able to give things away soon. That's what I think. And you can say, oh, that's crazy. I had somebody else write me and tell me that real estate, sorry for the helicopter right there, people tell me that real estate's going to go up another 20% this year, and I'm a fearmonger, and I'm an idiot, and I'm stupid, and I'm missing out on the greatest uptick in real estate ever. We will see about that, my friend. And I screenshotted this guy's comment because I'm going to shove it down his throat in short order, because what you're seeing is that banks are laying people off left and right. The owner of Wells Fargo, who has just done nothing but fleece people and take advantage of the common person out there, is telling people that we're coming to a downturn. Well, why not? Can't they just create more fees and charge more? And if you have an overdraft fee or you walk through the bank, it's $5, can't they come up with something else to come up with more fees? Why not? No, they see a real problem with this. All these retailers spinning out of control because nobody's buying anything. The things that they are buying, they're borrowing money to do it right now while they can do it. If you can unload things right now, get rid of them right now because people have money to pay you for that. Don't sell your necessities. Don't do that. Buy tons of silver because that's what I do. That's what I love silver, guys, when you can get it. And right now it's suppressed right now. You're going to see the gold stocks go up. You're going to see gold go up again. You're going to see all this stuff increase very soon. I totally believe that. Bitcoin is a joke. Okay? It hasn't been any hedge against anything right now. Its stock market goes down, Bitcoin goes down. Okay? But right now, here's the weird thing, and I spoke to a gold expert today about this. We're seeing gold right now not do what it's supposed to do. During this downturn in the real estate, in the stock market, you should see gold shoot up right now. It's just not happening. Just not happening. Well, Dan, gold's a bad investment. Bitcoin's the investment. Okay, where's Bitcoin at, sweet girl? It's down a ton, okay? Everything points to chaos. Everything does. But mark my words, when gas stations start rationing gas, when you have the federal government getting into rationing and saying that there's an energy emergency and energy shenanigans, whatever they're going to call it, it's going to be an absolute disaster getting these people involved in it. And it doesn't matter. You can blame either side because they both voted for this thing. And it's insane because it's not going to help the common person get more money or make things cheaper during this time. That's not going to happen. So here's another one of those private docks. Let's go up here and just, there's a guy fishing up here. I won't disturb him. But just beautiful, serene, peaceful. I get so much done when I come out here by myself. You know, the island's really cool to eat at. All the different touristy stuff. It's got a bunch of Italian restaurants, higher end restaurants. It's got a really cheap Chinese food restaurant there that's really good. But just fun. These guys are out fishing and I'll leave them alone. Look at this stuff, guys. Take it seriously. The warning signs are absolutely everywhere, but we're going to have some type of recession. Yeah, we are. It's going to be called a depression, guys. And if you can sit there and say, you're nuts, guys, I'm telling you, for people like me that I think I'm prepared, every time I have a day like today, I'm not prepared enough. Just not. Don't have enough cash, don't have enough gold, don't have enough silver, don't have enough food, don't have enough water, don't have enough everything. And I've got tons, guys, okay? I've got an absolute ton. So, please, take this stuff seriously, but get your finances in order right now and understand this, that right now is a perfect opportunity to unload what you don't need. I'm telling you that right now because there's going to be more and more people losing their jobs. There's going to be more and more people that are affected by all of this in such a huge, drastic way. And the problem with it is that I have people that write me, you know, Dan, I make $260,000 a year, and, you know, our bills, you know, they have $2,000 left over at the end of the month to save, okay? Which is not enough, guys, okay? Just not enough. People like that are basically wealthy, super wealthy to most of us, are going to be upside down and have complete chaos. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna go on. That's the ferry. I may go on the ferry today for you guys. That's it. But share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. There's a lot more to cover as I walk to the tip of the island. Got the Statue of Liberty here. It's always nice. You guys thought it was in New York. It's not. It's in Newport Beach on Balboa Island. Okay? Jasmine Javadi lives in Austin, Texas. She bought her dream home, at least she thought she did, for $1.2 million. Now, in Austin, that's a home, guys. That's a big home, beautiful custom-built home. Goes to the home builder in the track, and it's going to be done in 6 months. They put down the deposit. They get everything started. Wait a second. Hold the phone. House is going to be delayed. Plus, we're going to need a little more money from you guys. The first price increase that she got hit with was $40,000. 40 grand. Now, wow, okay. It won't happen again. We won't have anything else hit you. And then the next one was $60,000 2 months later. So now she's $100,000 more into the house than she thought she was going to be. By the way, this is a track house, guys. This is not, when I said custom home, it's a nice track house. But it's in, you know, it's in a subdivision where they're building multiple houses. So the house has gone up $100,000 already. A month later, she gets hit with another one, and then another one, to the tune of $192,000 total. Who can afford that? She couldn't afford it. And she's saying, this is ridiculous. Well, starting to reach out to all these other homeowners in the area, and they're all getting hit with the same thing because the builder had promised prices and couldn't complete it. But you're going to see this happen more and more and more. There's such a problem with the supply chain, people just don't get it. Found a great article from Freightways magazine, Maersk, M-A-E-R-S-K, the big shipping company. They developed a ship to carry container ships, 20-foot container ships, that in 2006 was the big game changer for this industry, that everybody had to keep up with the Joneses then and go out and get themselves a bigger line, a bigger freighter. And this thing can carry 15,000 containers on it at one time. When you think about it, 20-foot containers, 15,000 of them. It's staggering. When you see these and you get close to them, like I have down at the port, it's an amazing sight to see that. But you've got some of those ships that can carry 15,000 containers. And they're saying right now, this is just the thing that caused the entire delay with shipping and the problem with the entire industry. Okay, again, easy to blame. And last month it was the truckers. The month before that it was the dock workers. The month before that it was Pete Buttigieg. The month before that it was Joe Biden. I mean, it's somebody. But you still can't get baby food. So don't forget that. Okay. More big problems. Harley Davidson just announced, because of the supply chain issue, that they're going to close for 2 weeks all their production facilities in North America. Well, guys, that is catastrophic, guys. That's, again, another warning, another kiss of death sign. This is the other side of the island. It's kind of nice. It's really calm out here today. There's no wind. It's really quiet, But again, guys, Harley Davidson's going to slow down and shut down for 2 weeks. Do the workers get paid during that time? I don't know. I can't find it out. But, you're not working, you're not building anything, so I can't imagine they're paying people during that time. You're going to see more people hold on for dear life to their jobs right now than you've ever seen in your life. If you are questionable at your job and you think that there's a reason they may get rid of you, they will get rid of you right now. And you need to do everything you can to turn that around, to be the model employee so that they won't get rid of you. Sell more, show up on time, don't be a pain in the ass. Do what you can do. And again, what do you know? I know a few things, okay? And the one thing is that right now you're going to see more and more people like you've never seen get laid off. And again, the greatest job market in the history of the world. We've never seen anything like this. This is unbelievable. They announced yesterday the recent unemployment claims, and they miraculously rose. What a shock. People were shocked to learn that. Again, I don't believe any of these numbers. I don't believe the unemployment numbers. I don't believe the inflation numbers. I don't believe anything, because the problem with it is that you have people that are dramatically affected by all this stuff that are going out of business by not having products to build. These home builders, this is the kiss of death, guys. This is absolutely the kiss of death, because these home builders cannot get dishwashers, they cannot get garage doors, they cannot get all the granite countertops, they cannot get fixtures, they cannot get light fixtures, they cannot get doorknobs, they cannot get so many things that make a home complete for you to purchase, that it creates nothing but chaos and nothing but a problem in getting that. So if you think that this is going to stop, it's going to be fixed soon, it'll be, my favorite thing is when the midterms come, interest rates are going to go down. Okay. England, Bank of England just announced, hey, they may have not handled inflation properly for the UK, and they're concerned about their actions may have caused inflation to be worse. Well, ask anybody in the UK and they're going to tell you that's exactly what they did. And again, the lie, the complete joke that inflation in the UK is at 9% is ridiculous. The fact that they're trying to say it's at 8.3% here is another lie, okay? Seriously, they said 16, 17%, I would believe that, but you're seeing so many things that are just unavailable. What do you do with products that are unavailable? When you can't get certain sodas, you can't get certain waters, you can't get cooking oil has doubled. Saw a great story about a guy on the news today that runs a high-end restaurant in Mississippi. Think about this: 15 chicken wings on a plate. A platter of chicken wings is $27 now. 1 year ago, that was $15. $27. Who can afford this? Who can afford to go out, take, your wife and your 2 kids? Or, we've got Johnny spending the night tonight, we're going to take him out and go get chicken wings. Who can afford $200 for dinner? Seriously. Sodas, drinks. You guys want pizza too? Okay. Who can afford that, guys? Because that's where we're at right now with all of this. One thing that you see rampant as of May 1st on the island is you see all the vacation rental signs that come up. You can rent these places on the water, do a little boat dock, a little slip right here, do all this stuff. Places $7,000 a week, $5,000 a week. You can get a deal every now and then for $3,000 a week, but you're probably not going to be in the water. You're going to be inland a little bit. Ouch. You know? Hey, it's beautiful though, you know? You guys won't be able to eat, but you'll be able to have a place to live for a week, okay? So, a lot of people buy these places, make a killing renting them out in the season. Season is basically May 15th through Labor Day, and then everybody rejoices because there's nobody here during that time. So, you know, what do you do? Get yourself ready, prep, do everything you can do. What can you sell? What do you know? What are you good at? Okay? Write a book. I'm telling you. Give information out. Sell things. Sell your knowledge. Sell your hobby. I know a woman that does crocheting and sells all this information from it, makes a living, not leaving her house, doing that. So, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I'm going to wrap this video up with these last few stories. And the first thing is consumer sentiment. How people feel about what they're purchasing, how they feel about the economy, how they feel about gas prices, everything is at an all-time low, and it's dropping before our eyes. So there's a great story on that. The next one is Target. Target says that 2 years ago, when Americans were given all this free money, they changed their buying habits. The average consumer did. So Target took advantage of that, and they stocked up on certain things thinking that people were going to buy them. Higher ticket items, things like TVs, things like summer furniture, things like that. And they said, well, we really called that wrong. Yeah, because the free money's over, free lunch is over, and people have to live on staples right now, so Target has a real problem with that. The next thing is catalytic converters. Here in Orange County, it's been a problem. It's been a problem around the country with theft of catalytic converters, and we've all heard about this. I've experienced it. It's been a real problem with that. But there's certain cities here in Orange County that they're saying that you cannot sell a catalytic converter unless you can prove ownership. So they're trying to get rid of these thieves and these theft rings that are just ripping off hundreds of catalytic converters and destroying all these different vehicles. So, again, will it work? Who knows? I still am just shocked. They destroy these cars. I heard another story this last week where it cost them $1,500 to fix their car after the catalytic converter was ripped out of it. So, you know, just completely destroy the vehicle. Insurance would only cover certain parts of it. With an absolute mess. Now, the final story, and this is why, if you believe in a heaven or a hell, this is why people are going to go to hell, okay? And that is, there are people that are setting up fake sites to sell baby food, to rip people off, to rip poor mothers off that are clamoring for baby food right now and formula right now. So that is horrific. And again, a place in hell, okay? So these poor people are saying they've got quantities, they'll ship it, people swipe their credit cards, and they just steal the money. It's horrific. So, again, guys, be careful of where you buy things from. Be careful of what you click on your phone. You know, we covered that VPN yesterday, and that thing is awesome because people can't see you and you're anonymous, but it also helps with a lot of different things like this too. So please do not forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please don't forget we have an email that you can join. You can sign up for that. If you want more access to me, there's Patreon. And on Saturday, we're going to have a very big announcement that I cannot wait. It's been months in the making, and I'm finally going to share it with you guys. So onward and upward, guys. I will see you very soon.